Hello, it's Jimmy here, Willie. So I have here a Mercedes A-Class to look at. Now this car has come to me from not too far away, a place called St Albans, and the reason it's here is it's got some issues with glow plugs and DPF apparently, but it spent 3 months at the Mercedes dealership while they were doing the repair, and apparently the Mercedes dealership had to wait 2 months until it could get glow plugs in stock because of the wars in other countries that's going on. That's what the customers told me, and they said they had to wait a considerable more amount of time until they could look into the rest of the fault. So here it is, and I'm going to try and have a look at it, and hopefully we can get it repaired a little bit quicker than the Mercedes dealership was offering to do. Okay, so if we lift up the bonnet, get the engine cover off, we can see that this is fitted with a 1.5 DCI engine from a Renault, sort of Renault Clio or Megane, etc. And I can see straight away there that it's had a new EGR valve from that Mercedes dealership that it was at. So let's have a little look at what else is going on, and then we'll try and get it sorted. Okay, so I'm going to use the Launch UK Euro Tab 3 scan tool. We'll set up a scan. So the customer's in the car here and they're having some private conversation, so we'll do this outside. I'll go to Diagnostic. So we've got the engine running there, as you can see. This is an A180, so 1.5. We'll run a high-speed scan. That's going to scan every module on the car there, and we'll just see what faults we're coming up with. Got a red one there on the ECM. P1453-92. The function of the component diesel particle filter is not okay. Let's do a code search on that. Mercedes B-Class. Okay, so you can see there I've made a video on it before. And another one there. Differential pressure sensor hoses. Okay, so we're probably going to be looking at the same thing again. Let's go into the fault and we'll look at some live data. I hope you can hear me okay with the engine running there. That was a little bit slow there, getting in here, but look at the exhaust diesel particle filter. We'll select all of those. Exhaust back pressure. Differential pressure of the particle filter is 0 bars. So we should have some sort of reading on that. I'd expect to see sort of 5 millibars if it's a good DPF, 2 to 5 millibars. And if it's a block DPF, you know, you could have 12 to 100 millibars or 200 millibars at idle. But we haven't got anything there reading, so we've either got a faulty DPF pressure sensor or broken hoses again. So let's have a look. Okay, so when we look down the back here, we have the DPF pressure sensor. Now if we look at this hose, you can see there where it burst. Sorry, I'm trying to let the camera focus. So that's the problem there. You can see there where these connect down here to that, to the actual sensor there itself. So now I do think we just have a burst hose, but we'll test the sensor as well. And what I do have is in here loads of different size hoses that we can use, loads of different size DPF pressure hoses here. We'll use one of these and we'll make sure we've got a nice tough braided one to use. We'll get that fitted on the car and then we'll retest the pressure sensor. Okay, so now put a hose onto that. We're going to start the engine up and see if we can see any data here from the live data on the sensor. Okay, now we've got that connected back up. You can see there we have 72, 73 millibars of pressure. Okay, so I've got a bottle of this fluid here from Launch UK, DPF cleaning fluid. I'm going to get that inserted into the gun here. Okay, so now I'll get this, we've got the fluid in here, we're going to get this connected down here to the hose. Now we can get the DPF cleaning fluid sprayed into the DPF. Okay, now all that fluid's gone in there, I'm going to use this to hold some revs on the car for me. Just keep an eye on that chart now. So it would have been a little bit higher than that, but obviously we've had it running while we're spraying the fluid in. The DPF is quite close to the manifold on this, so we'd do it with the engine running. Now you're going to see some steam coming from the exhaust like that. Just keep an eye on that pressure. Like I said, that's the fluid. That's the cleaning gun. Connects up to a compressor at 130 psi. Right there, thereabouts. Now we just give that 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes or so, and the steam here should clear away. We can already see there the DPF pressure is down, but we're just going to wait now until all of that smoke has died down, and then we can continue with clearing the fault codes, resetting the DPF errors. So when this went to Mercedes, they insisted on changing the glow plugs. Obviously I don't know any history between that, but they changed the EGR valve and the glow plugs, but obviously that did not fix the problem. So like I said, it spent 3 months there, so she just thought she'd get it back out and have it taken over here. So all in, it's probably going to have spent less than 2 hours here, and we would have diagnosed and fixed the fault. Just give that another couple of minutes, we're almost finished. Okay, now we've let the engine idle down. We are at 7 millibars, which is that's within tolerance. It might come down a little bit lower. I'd like to see it sort of around 2 to 5, 6 millibars, but that's good enough. And the clean is not yet finished. We'll still have some steam, of course. It'll get a bit better than that. You can see it's sort of dropping now already. 6 millibars there is coming down too. So we can see everything else here is working as it should. Engine temperature, exhaust gas temperature, everything else looks okay. Now we can just clear the fault code. We might have to turn the engine off, we'll see. Read the fault code, it has now gone. Okay, so that's all done, and I'll see you on the next video.